Good evening, everyone. Very good evening. Am I audible to you all? Am I audible? Okay, guys. Okay, fine. So, in our last class, I think we have started with arrays, right? So, I hope you guys have gone through the programs. Okay. So, the same program, whatever we have done in the last class, okay, whatever the program we have done, no, the same program. Now, let us do with dynamic read. With dynamic read, let us do. Okay. So can anyone tell me what is the first step to take input from user? That is first step of dynamic read. First step of dynamic read. Importing scanner class. Yes. Importing scanner class. Yes. Is a first step. Yes, guys. Correct. So now what we shall do is we will import scanner. Okay. Let us go to our project first. It is E23 and we are in arrays. Okay, array programs. So sum on multiplication. Okay, print even or odd in different lines, right? Excuse me. So we had a program to print even and odd in different lines, right? But now what we shall do is see, we have taken 1 to 10 directly here. Now we shall take it with the help of user input. Okay, now we shall create one class, print even or odd using dynamic read. Print even or odd using the dynamic read. So first step for taking input from user is you have to import java dot util dot scanner class, and next is we shall go for main method. We shall go for main method. Now after this, first thing in order to create an array is we have to ask user to enter the size of an array. We have to ask user to enter the size of an array. Okay, so let us enter the size of an array now. We'll ask user. First, before that, we have to create an object for scanner. Scanner sc is equal to new scanner of system dot in. So system dot out dot println, we shall take input from user. We'll ask user enter the size of an array. Enter the size of an array. So what we'll do is we will take 10. Okay, we shall take 10. So since we will take 10, we will also give the size as 10. But how to accept the size? We will give the size during runtime, but how to accept the size in code? Very simple. Int size variable is equal to sc dot next in method. So inside the size variable, we have taken size input from user. Then after taking the size, okay, after taking the size, we shall also take the elements from user. Not only the size, we shall also take the elements from the user. So how we can do it here? Very simple. We have to ask user to enter the elements. Enter the elements. Okay. So we shall take array elements. Arr array is equal to new int of. So practically speaking, we shall mention the size variable here. We have taken size from user only, and we have created an instance for an array here. Okay, now See guys, we have to take an input from user. We have to take an input from user, right? 10 places we have to take. Now what we shall do is we will go to a for loop. We will go to a for loop here. So why into for loop? To take input from user only now we are going. But why to for loop? See, minimum if you're taking 10 number of 10 places of input. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It it should be filled with 10 digits. Okay, so index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The length is 10. Now what we shall do is, at a time in a for loop we have to take input for all these index. We have to take input for all these index at a time. Okay, so how is it possible here? How is it possible here? It is possible. How? We shall go for one simple for loop. Okay, we shall go for one simple for loop. So for starting from index I is equal to 0 and I should be less than the size. Okay, that is I is index and I should increment. So within this we shall go for, see this array is stored in variable arr. So array of I is equal to sc dot next int method. Sc dot next int method. So starting the execution when index I is equal to 0, 0 is less than 10, condition is true. So for array of 0, we have to take one number from user. For array of 0, we have to take one number from user. So whatever the user, okay, give the, as I give, you become the user. Now tell me one number. We are taking a index 0. For index 0 we are taking input. Okay, so we will go for 7. Okay, fine. Next we shall go for the increment. So 0 will become 1. So array of 1, index 1. Now array of index 1, what is the value we can give array of index 1? 5. Okay, next. Okay, after that increment will happen. Now index number 2. So array of index 2, what input we can give? 3. Okay, next increment the value. So value will become 3, index 3. So array of index 3, what we can give array of index 3? 8. Okay, next increment, it will become 4. Array of index 4, sc dot next int means we are taking input from user. Now array of 4, what value we can give? Array of 4, 2. Okay, next increment the value, it will become 5. So array of 5, what value? Users, array of 5, again 8, 6. Okay, next again increment the value, this 5 will become 6. Now array of index 6, array of index is what value? 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So like this till the condition is 9 it will fill. Till the condition is 9 it will take input from user. But the second it is 10, 10 is less than 10, condition is false. The condition is false. Now since the condition is false, control will not come inside the for loop, it will exit out of the for loop. It will surely exit out of the for loop. So because of this, here we have taken an input of 10 numbers from user. This is how you take an array input by mentioning the size. This size also we have taken from user, and these numbers also we have taken from user. The size of the array also we have taken from user, and the numbers also, I mean, and the data also we have taken from user. The data also we have taken from user. Okay, so this is how you do dynamic read. Let us go for a practical here. So let us get into for loop. For starting from int I is equal to I is equal to 0, I is less than size, and I plus plus. I plus plus. So after that, we shall take array of I is equal to se dot next int method. Se dot next int method. So like this, we have taken all the inputs from user. All the input from user like this we have taken. Next, what we shall do is we shall go for printing even number and odd number now. See, earlier in the program we have taken 1 to 10 we have printed, but here some random numbers we will take. The size also will be random. The size of an array will be random, and whatever the numbers we give also will be random. So here let us take one for loop print I is equal to 0, I less than a dot, that is array dot length, and I plus plus. Okay, next. Excuse me. Now we shall go for the logic. If array of I mod 2 equal to 0, then we can tell it as a even number. Go for print statement. We shall print all the even numbers in one row. Okay, we shall tell that even numbers. Okay, now next with println, let us go for printing odd numbers. Same logic. Okay, everything is same except here it should be not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, obviously it's a odd number. Now let us execute the code. Okay, see, now you can execute the code. Tell any size of an array, it will work. Give any size, whatever you wish, we can take. 5, okay. Elements. Element number 1, 20. Element number 2, element 30. Okay, next. 3 more needed, 10. Okay. 45 and 44. Okay. So even numbers are how many? 20, 30, 10, 44. Here I have 45 is an odd number. Yes. Here I have not mentioned the odd number is like, okay. So let me mention here. Go for odd numbers. Okay. So here some random numbers. Okay. So we will take whatever numbers is there. So what numbers you have taken? Size you told 5, right? Okay. Number of elements you told 20, 5, 44, 60, and what else you told? 1. Okay. So can you see here? Even numbers are 20, 44, and 60. Odd numbers are 5 and 1. Now you guys tell me, you guys understood how to take array input from user, that to do dynamic read using arrays? Everybody understood? Yes, Preeti? Okay, want me to take one more program? Okay, we shall take. Now in this next program, what we shall do is, we will multiply all the even numbers using arrays, using dynamic read. Okay. So if you hear any background voices, It's because Ganesh Visarjan is happening. Okay, please don't mind some sounds, firecracker sound you might hear. Okay, please ignore it because so many Ganeshas were there. This is the last Ganesha. They are going for Visarjan, so please don't mind. I hope it's not disturbing our class for you. Yeah, that's what. So it's near. I already told you, like my house is near to temple, so I can't help it. But if you close every door, window also, still the noise will be there. So yeah. Okay, so we shall go for the next one. Okay. Okay, next one. Any of you will help me. Okay, next code, next program. Any one of you will help me. Can you use the for loop for filling the elements? Of course, yes. That is what we have done now. Using for loop, we have taken an input from user with for filling all the indexes. That is what we have done right here. We have taken input from user by for loop, because using for loop only we will be able to access every index of an array. Using this for loop only we are able to access every index of an array. So using for loop we can take input from user. Yes, Sushant, got it? Sushant, got it? Then ma'am, in case if we have 100, yeah, you can give 100 elements. It doesn't matter. You can give 100 elements. 100 elements only you have to give. Other than till then, it will not execute the code. Yes, we have to enter 100 elements manually. Manually, we have to enter 100 elements. If you tell 100, if you tell 100, you have to enter 100 elements. That is the stubborn nature this array has. Okay, so here what we'll do is we will multiply all the even numbers using arrays by dynamic read. Okay, so multiply even numbers using even numbers of array using dynamic read. Okay, so to multiply even numbers of an array using dynamic read. Now I want any one of you to help me with it. Anybody who understood neatly, can you help me for the program? Yes. What is the first step now? We have to multiply even numbers of array only. How many numbers we give? Only even numbers should be multiplied. Okay. So background noise, yes, I know. Background noise is coming. Just a minute. Okay, guys. Am I audible without little background noise? Yes. Is it okay now? Is it fine? No? Okay. Guys, if it's really disturbing, then we can end the class here actually. So I don't want you guys be disturbed and study. So, so if you guys are not okay, we can end the class for today. You can proceed. Like if it is really disturbing, then you can we can end the class here. Actually, now it's okay. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, then we'll proceed further. Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have gone to a program wherein we will take input from user and we will find all the multiplication, the complete multiplication of all even numbers in an array. All even numbers multiplication of an array we will see now using dynamic array. So first step is importing scanner class. So import java dot util dot scanner class. Okay. Next, we shall go for main method. So main method. In the main method, we shall go for object creation for the scanner. Scanner is equal to new scanner of system dot in. Okay. After that, excuse me. Excuse me. What is this? Create object for class and array. We can create an object for class and an array. There is no problem with that. We can create an object for class, object for array also we can do. But currently we don't have to create an object for class currently. So we can go for object creating for an array. Okay. So scanner class done. We have just created an object for scanner class. Now we shall ask the size of an array from user. Enter the size of an array. Okay. So int a or just int size variable is equal to c dot next int. Next, we shall ask user to enter the elements of an array. So here we shall go for enter the elements of an array. Enter the elements of an array. First of all, an array instance should be there. We'll create it. Int array is equal to new int of a size variable. Next, using for loop, we can take input from user. You already know that. Starting from int I is equal to 0, I less than size and I plus plus. Now here, okay, here for loop. We shall take array of I is equal to sc dot next int method. Sc dot next int method. Okay. Now here we have taken the input from user. We have taken array input from user. Okay. Now after taking input from user, now this for loop will be going for to multiply all even numbers. Multiply all even numbers. Logic for starting from int I is equal to 0, I less than size and I. Okay, so we shall go for length, array dot length. Okay, that is size just for the length of the size. Okay, you can take that also, or else you can take array dot length also. You can go for both. Next, after this, now we have to write a logic here. What is the logic to find even numbers? If array of I mod 2 equal to 0. If this condition is true, we shall only multiply even numbers. So how can we multiply? We will take one product variable outside. So int product is equal to 1. Okay. So that product we have already solved this program. This kind of program we have already solved. So product is equal to product into array of I. Product into array of I. We have solved this kind of program in the starting itself where we multiply the elements of an array. Okay. So product is equal to product into array of I. Product into array of I. Okay. After this, after this, we shall go for printing everything. See, we can print array of I here only, but what we shall do is we need a product. So outside the for loop, we shall tell product of all even numbers is. We shall go for the product variable. We shall go for product variable. Now if we execute, now tell me some random numbers. First tell me the size of an array, then you can tell me the random elements of an array. Size 20, 20, you want size 20? 20 means the elements will be more size. Okay. 6, okay. 6 we will take. Size of an elements. Okay, enter the elements. Elements we can take 10, 12. Okay, you have given 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Shant, is it the full number? You want me to take the full number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Okay. So here already 3 numbers are taken. Okay. Another number we will take as 99. Oh, 999 came. Okay, no problem. So next 52. Okay, and 33. Okay. The product of all the even numbers is, see, only 6 numbers we can take because we have entered the array size as 6. We have entered the array size as 6. So 6 elements only can fit. 6 array objects only can fit into this. So if you want, we can calculate only multiplication of even numbers. 10 into 12 into 2 into 52. You will be getting 12,480. Okay, 12,480 will get. Okay, so this is how you can multiply only even numbers using dynamic rate. Okay, so I hope everybody understood. Everybody understood the program? You can't enter more than 6. That is what, no. That is why we have taken it in a for loop. You should not come across this compile time error. That is why we have taken in a for loop. If in case, if you have not taken in a for loop, then obviously you will get the exception, that is array index out of bounds exception. If you don't mention that taking input from user in a for loop, you might enter the extra elements and you might end up with your array index out of bounds exception. Okay, what if we want to multiply with order? What? We can find only odd numbers and we can multiply. That is also possible. See, this is just even numbers. If you want to multiply only odd numbers, just give not equal to 0. Now, in the output, you can multiply all odd numbers. Size 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, product of all, I just words I have written, okay. Actually telling, we have written logic for even numbers. Odd numbers. 1, 3, 5 and 5. 1 into 3 into 5 into 5, you will get 75. Okay. This is how you can go for normal odd numbers. So currently we have gone for even numbers, so equal to 0. Okay, now I hope you guys understood. Everybody got it? Clear? Okay, guys. See, if the sound increases from the background, let me know. We will end the class. Okay, at least till 8 o'clock we will take today. When I know it is like I know it's not possible to hear background voice and both the same. So okay, let it be. Now what we shall do is okay. So I will take one array now. We shall take an array here. Okay. Now what we shall do is I'll just enter few numbers. You have to tell me which is the smallest. Okay, let me enter few numbers. Okay, I'll just enter few numbers here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, next we shall go for the indexing. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I will give you few elements. You have to tell me which is the smallest element in an array. Now out of this list, now can you tell me which is the smallest element? Okay, so one is a smallest. What? Sanket. Which is the smallest element? 5. Have your eyes full here. Fifth index. Okay, okay. So element with the fifth index is the smallest element. Okay, fine. Now, how can we find this out? How can we find out using your array program that one is the smallest? We know one is the smallest element. We know by looking at it, we know that one is the smallest element. Okay. Now, how shall we write that in a code? Okay. How shall we write that in a code? Now, let us see. Okay. So, what we do is we will assume that index 0 is the smallest element. We don't know. See, during dynamic read, we don't know what input we will take from user. We will surely not know what type of input we will be taking from user. So what we shall do is by default we will take index 0 as a default. I mean the smallest element. We will assume index 0 as a smallest element. Okay. Now after assuming we will just write a variable int smallest is equal to excuse me smallest is equal to array of 0. So currently in the place of array of 0, we have the element 5. Okay, array of 0 is 5. So currently the smallest element is 5. Now what we shall do is, we shall go for a for loop. We will go for a for loop. For int, for, okay Sankit, okay. If statement we have to go for, yes, we have to go for if statement, correct. But before that we have to go for a for loop. Int I is equal to, see already we have taken index 0. Already we have taken index 0. Now what we shall do is, we shall proceed from index number 1. We have already taken index number 0. We shall proceed with index number 1. Okay. Now, so we are proceeding with index number 1. So I is equal to 1. I should be less than a dot length and I plus plus. Okay. Now, now in here we will check if if array of I if it is less than the smallest element, if it is less than the smallest element, in that case we will reinitialize smallest to array of I. We will reinitialize smallest to array of 5. So let me do it practically here once, then we will go for the program. So we have the value, we have 5, 6, 2, 4, 3, 1, 8. So 5, 6, 5, 6, 2, 1, 3, 4, 8. We shall take smallest as a 5. Okay, and we'll compare with the 6. Is 5 is 5 less than 6? 5 is less than 6? Yes, 5 is less than 6. 5 is less than 6. So so here smallest will be 5. Okay, next, leave 5, we'll go for next. So currently, next we'll go for the 5, 5 with the 6 we have taken. Okay, next 6 we will leave, we'll go for 2. Now we'll take 2. Okay, so 2 is less than, guys, one second, I'm getting a call, one second. Excuse me, guys. Guys, are you getting a really background voice? In case if you're getting, let me know. Are you getting a heavy background voice? No, huh? Okay. See the one second. Guys, there is lots of noise. We'll pause for a few minutes. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll pause for a few minutes. Okay. Be here itself. Guys, we shall resume at 8 o'clock. Okay. As of now, I can't take your class because just 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. Stay here itself. We will resume at 8 o'clock. Okay. Be here itself. Guys, am I audible now? There was not too much voice. I was on mute, right? Am I audible, everyone? Extra hours are not possible. Guys, there is no extra voice now. Okay. Now it is not there. It is actually going. Okay. So, I mean, they are taking Ganesh. Okay. Okay. So, we shall start with our class. We shall resume with our class. Okay, so we were finding the smallest number, right? We were finding the smallest number in an array. So how we have to find it? Okay, now let us see. Okay, so let us see how we can find the smallest element. Okay, so what is the data we have taken? Okay, so the data which we have taken is, okay, the data which we have taken is very simple. Okay, listen carefully. Now, so smallest we have taken as 5. Okay. So starting from int I is equal to 1, I will be less than a dot length. A dot length is how much? It is 7. Okay. Now within the if block we'll be checking if array of I, that is array of 1. If array of 1 is less than the smallest, what is the value of smallest? 5. Array of 1 is how much? 6. If 6 is less than 5. Okay. If 6 is less than 5. Is 6 less than 5? No, 6 is not less than 5. So you will not enter into your if block. Now, next. After that, okay, after that, we'll go increment. I value will become 2. 2 is less than 7. So array of 2, array of index 2, value is how much? 2. Now 2 is less than 5. 2 is 2 is less than 5. Obviously yes, 2 is less than 5. So since 2 is less than 5, since 2 is less than 5, here our smallest variable will be reinitialized to value of index 2. So currently now smallest will be 2. Smallest will be 2. Okay. Now currently instead of 5, the smallest will be 2. Okay. Next, increment the value. 2 will become 3. So array of 3 is less than the smallest. Smallest value is how much now? 2. So array of 3 is how much? 4. Is 4 less than 2? 4 is less than 2. Is 4 less than 2? Obviously no. 4 is greater than 2. Okay. So it will not come inside this if block. Next, again we'll increment. 3 will become 4. So at index 4, array of 4, at index 4, we have the value 3. Is 3 less than 2? 3 is less than 2? Obviously no. 3 is not less than 2. So condition is false. So we will go increment again. So lastly we'll increment by 1. It will become 5. So array of 5 less than 2. Array of 5 is how much? 1. So 1 is less than 2. Okay. Is 1 less than 2? Obviously yes. 1 is less than 2. Okay. 1 is less than 2. Okay. So since 1 is less than 2, now condition is true. Control comes inside if block. So smallest will be initialized to reinitialized to 1. So instead of 2 here, smallest will be 1. The smallest will be 1. After that we'll increment again. So I value will be incremented by 1. 5 will become 6. So after 5 becomes 6. 6 is less than 7. Condition is true. So array of 6. Now currently which is the smallest? Smallest is 1. So array of 6 less than 1. Array of 6 is how much? 8. Is 8 less than 1? Obviously no. Array is greater than 1. So here the smallest remains 1 only. The smallest remains as 1 only. Okay. So like this we found out the smallest value in an array. Like this we found out the smallest value in an array. Okay. Now Very simple logic. Excuse me. We have taken 5, 6, 2, 4, 3, 1, 8. So first we have taken 5. Okay. Then we started with 6. 6 is less than 5. I mean, smallest we have, obviously smallest we have taken 5 only. Okay. The smallest as the smallest we have taken 5 only. 6 is less than smallest, that is 5. 6 is less than 5, obviously no. Next, go for 2. Okay. Now 2 is less than 5, obviously yes. So smallest will be initialized to 2. Next, go for 4. Okay. 4 is less than 2, obviously no. Next, 3 is less than 2, obviously no. Next, 1 is less than 2, yes. So smallest will be initialized to 1. Next, 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 8 is less than 1. 8 is less than 1, no. So like this, smallest will be lastly for the variable yes, you got 1. So smallest is 1 only. Smallest is 1 only. So this is how you will find out the smallest element in an array. This is how you will find out the smallest element in an array. Now we shall do it in using our program here. So here we shall tell smallest number in array. Okay, so we shall go for, you already know how to take input from user, but currently we'll go directly into the program. Okay, now we'll just take the array values now. Okay, so int a array is equal to values, same values will take 5, 6, 2, 4, 3, 1 and 8. Now we shall take the smallest element as index number 0. Int smallest is equal to array of index 0. Int smallest is equal to array of index 0. Array of index 0. Next, what we can do is we shall go for a for loop now. Okay, we shall go for a for loop now. For int I is equal to index starting from 1. Why we have to go from 1? Because already we have assumed the index 5 is the smallest. Already we have assumed that index 5 is the smallest. So we have to start from index number 1. Okay, so index I is equal to 1 I less than a dot length and I plus plus okay. Now if array of I is less than the smallest, if array of I, okay, yes Sanket, correct. If array of I is less than the smallest, less than the smallest, then we will initialize the smallest variable to, array of I value. Okay, whenever the array of I value is less than the smallest, whenever the array of I value is less than the smallest, we will initialize the smallest to that value. Okay, so this is how we will find the smallest element in an array. Okay, so let us run the code. Okay, we have to get, okay, outside we have not written smallest element is. So we shall go for the smallest variable. So now you will get smallest is 1. So are you getting smallest element is 1. Why we have to print array of I? Why we have to print array of I? Array of I means what? These values. Array of I means these values only. Okay. So now this is how you will be printing the smallest, or you will find out the smallest number in an array. Smallest number in an array. Take one number. Okay. Smallest. Yeah. Okay. You want to know how the elements are being printed. Okay. So if you want me to print value, okay, array of I. Okay. I'll print it. No problem. Array of I. Okay. So you want to know whenever it has initialized. So when it is 2 and when it is 1. When it is 2 and when it is 1. Okay. So as we have traced the code just now, when it is 2, we have, the first smallest we got is 2. The second smallest we got it as 1. Okay. First time we got 2, but later we got 1. Okay. So the smallest is, currently the smallest is 1. Currently the smallest is 1. Okay. So like this, you will find the smallest number. I hope everybody has understood. Everybody got the program? Everybody understood? Has everybody understood the code, the logic behind this finding the smallest number? What about others? You guys want me to explain again? Yes, guys. What happened after the break? Energy loss? Guys, tell me. Have you understood or you want me to explain again? Okay, sure. Why we assume it as the smallest? See, we don't know what input will be given from user. We don't know what type of input will be given from the user. So we will take this number as the smallest. Okay. I will take some different number now. Okay. We shall do with a different number now. Okay. So, okay. So we shall go to a different number. Yes. So any number you can tell. Okay. Okay, guys. You only tell few numbers. Can we take two-digit number? Yes, we can take. Okay. So, okay, you tell me what numbers you have to take. Now tell me what numbers you have to take. 40. Okay, have given the list. Okay, we will take this 33, 45, 57, 87, 95, 44. So currently, we have to find the smallest number. See, if you know how to find smallest, obviously you will get a logic to find the largest. Okay, your homework for today is find out the largest element and find out the second smallest element in an array. Your homework is, remember, okay, remember, your first homework is you have to find the largest number in an array. Okay, and second homework is you have to find the second smallest element in an array. You have to find second smallest element in an array. Okay, next. So 33 we have, 45, 57, 82, 95 and 44. We will assume 33 is the smallest. We will assume 33 is the smallest because we don't know what is the value given by the user here. We don't know what is the value given by user here. Okay. So what we shall do here now is, we will take 45 and we will check if 45 is less than the smallest, that is 33. 45 is less than 33. You guys tell me, is 45 less than 33? Is 45 less than 33? No. So leave 45. Next, take 57. 57 less than 33. Here also? No. Leave 57. Take 87 next. 87 is less than 33. No. Leave 87. Next, take 95. 95 is less than 33. No. Lastly, take 44. 44 is less than 33. No. So the smallest is 33 only. Initially smallest is 33 and now also smallest is 33 only. So like this you can find the smallest element in an array. Yes guys, you got it now? 2 digit or 1 digit, it's an array object. Yes, we have to assume it is the smallest because we'll be checking here, right? See, with the condition we'll be checking. If it is not the smallest, obviously if this condition becomes true or false, we will do what we have to do, right? If it becomes true, and we will be initializing the smallest variable with the least value, or else we will not do any change. Any changes will not do. Okay, so this is how you will find the smallest number in an array. Okay, one more you have given. Okay, so 95, 60, 45, 85, 44 and 31. Okay, now we shall assume 95 as the smallest. We shall assume 95 as the smallest. So we shall start from the index number 1, that is 60. 60 is less than 95. You guys have to tell me, 60 is less than 95? Yes. So what we have to do here? We have to initialize the variable s with the 60. Currently the smallest is 60. Next, after this we will go for the next one. Now 45 is less than the smallest value, that is 60. Now tell me, is 45 less than 60? Yes. So smallest will become 45. Smallest will become 45 because condition is true. 45 done. Next, let us go for 85. So 85 is less than 45. Is 85 less than 45? No. Now currently 45 is, smallest element is 45 only. Next we shall go for 44. Now 44 is less than 45. Is 44 less than 45? Yes. Okay, so smallest will become 44. Next we'll go for 31. 31 is less than 44. 31 is less than 44? Yes. So smallest will be 31. Now your smallest value is 31 only. Smallest is 31 only. Okay. So I think now you guys have understood. Everybody got it? Everybody understood? Okay guys, that's fine. Okay. Now I will give you some list of elements. Okay. I will give you some list of elements. Okay. You have to arrange it according to increasing order. Will you guys do it? Will you guys increase and send me the proper order? Okay. So I will give you the elements now. So the elements are 4, 8, 1, 6, 2, 3. Now arrange this in ascending order and give me the output. Arrange this from smallest to largest and get the output. Okay, so the output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 8. Okay, good. Okay. So how did you do it? Excuse me. Now how did you do it? How did you do it, guys? You have got me a correct answer only. But how did you arrange this? How did you arrange this? Yes, anyone? By comparing other number. Okay, by comparing another number. Okay. So what did you do here in the indexes? Index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here also index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Indexes are same. But how did you swap the values here? How did you change the values here? By, what is this? Comparison. Okay. So you did by comparing. Okay. So by comparing you did. What you compared here? You compared that numbers with one more number. You compared number with another number. Okay. Same like smallest we can use here. Okay. Okay. So now what we shall do here is we will understand one sorting technique. Okay. See, today we will understand one sorting technique called as your bubble sort. Bubble sort. Just a minute, I'm getting a call. Excuse me. Okay. So what's happening here? So we will be and please don't mind if I mute in between because I will try to avoid the background noise. I don't want you guys to hear the background noise because it will be disturbing for you. So we have gone for bubble sort. Bubble sorting, from where you got the name bubble sort? Guys, you have seen, right? I mean, at least in movies you have seen. I don't know how many of you know swimming or not. If you leave a bubble from the bottom of the river or a lake, okay, lake is stagnant, right? Okay, so if you leave a bubble, air bubble, okay, from the seabed, if you leave the bottom of from the bottom, if you leave one bubble, where it will go? Where it will go? If you leave an air bubble from the bottom of the lake, where it will go? It will go upward, right? Upper side or surface? Okay, why it will go? Why it will go? Yes, because density of water is less than, I mean more than your bubble. So bubble density is less. Bubble density is less. So only it is going upwards. If you leave one metal ball from the surface, okay, from the water surface, okay, from the, yes, pressure, okay, pressure under it's a different thing, but here it is density. Pressure doesn't come here. Yes, if you leave a ball, it will go to the bottom, it will sink to the bottom because the density of the ball is more than the water. Bubble is less than the water, ball more than the water. So what you understood by this now is, okay, now what you understood by this? What you understood by this? In short words. Yes, anyone tell me? Greater or less than a? Okay. Okay. So the thing is, whatever the element is there, no. If you assume elements are written like this 1, 4, 6, 8, 2, 3. So the elements will go accordingly to their density. Element will go according to their weightage. Okay. So accordingly to their weightage, elements will go. Accordingly to their weightage, elements will go. Okay. So one will go on the top because the element it is the lightest. Next two will go on the top. Next three will go on the top. Next four will go. Next six will go. Next eight will go. So like this, the lightest element goes to the top and heaviest element will come to the bottom. Lightest element will go to the top. Heaviest element will come to the bottom. So from there you got the name bubble sort. This is one of the interview sorting program. This is one of the very important interview related sorting program. They might ask you, okay, bubble sort technique. Okay. So try to understand this. Okay. So now what we shall do is first let us take some random numbers and let us go for your sorting. Okay. So what we shall do, we'll take the same numbers. 4, 4, 8, 1, 6, 2 and 3. Excuse me. Now we shall check, is 4 greater than 8? Okay, you guys tell me, is 4 greater than 8? Okay, 4 is not greater than 8. No. Okay, 4 remains there. Next, is 8 greater than 1? Is 8 greater than 1? Yes. So what we will do? So what we'll do here? We will do swapping. 1 will come to 8 position, 8 will come to 1 position. Next, currently compare in this position what we have 8. 8 you compare with the 6. Which is greatest? 8 is greatest or 6 is greatest? If you tell 8 is less than 6, obviously condition is wrong. Okay, next 6 will write 6 is greater than 2. 6 is greater than 2. Yes. So we'll swap 2 and 6. We will swap 2 and 6. Okay. Next, we have 3 here. So 6 and 3 will compare. 6 is greater than 3, of course. So here 3 will be swapped with 6. 3 will be swapped with 6. Okay. So let me elaborately do it. Don't get confused. Okay. So here we'll go for 4, 4, 8, 1, 6, 2, 3. Step 1. Compare the first element with the second element. 4 is greater than 8? Of course, no. So write it as it is. 4, 8, 1, 6, 2, 3. Next, go for the next index. 8 is greater than 1? Obviously, yes. So, we'll go for 4, 1, 8. So, it will be swapped. Swapping will be happening. Now, we'll write 6, 2, 3 as it is. Next, we'll go for 8 and 6. 8 and 6 we will see. 8 greater than 6? Obviously, yes. So, 4, 1, latest element will come to the front. So, 6 and 8. So, it has swapped. Swapping is done. Next. Okay, after 8 and 6, now 8 and 2. 8 and 2. 8 is greater than 2? Yes. So, 4, 1, 6, 2 and 8. 2 and 8. 3 as it is will write. Next, after this, After this, next 8 and 3. So 8 is greater than 3. 8 is greater than 3. Of course, yes. Of course, yes. 8 is greater than 3. Now, we get it as 1, 4, 1, 6, 2, 3, 8. Okay, so what is the new array we got? 4, 1, 6, 2, 3, 8. Okay, now again we will compare. This is first level. First level is done. First level is done. Now second, again from the starting we have to come for the next one. Okay, so how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times we have to do sorting. When 7 numbers are there, 7 times sorting will be done. Next, 4 we compare with 1. Greatest is 4, so 1 will be swapped. 1 will come to 4 position, 4 will come to 1 position. So 1, 4, 6, 2, excuse me, 1, 4, 6, 2, 3, 8. Next, 4 and 6 we are comparing. Obviously, 4 is not greater than 6, so it will stay in the same place. 4, 1, 1, 4, 6, 2, 3, 8. Next, 6 with 2 we are comparing. Obviously, 6 is the greatest. We will go for 1, 4, 2 and 6. So they will be swapped. 2 will come to 6 place, 6 will come to 2's place. Okay, as the remaining as it is will write. Next. So 6 and 3 we will compare. 1, 4, 2, 6 and 3. 3 is the latest, so it will come from 6 will go to 3 place. Okay, now we shall compare again. 6 is greater than 8. 6 is greater than 8, obviously. No, so it remains as it is. You got next cycle of elements, that is 1, 4, 2, 3, 6, 8. Excuse me. So how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements are there. So 6 cycles you have to do. As of now, 2 cycles are done. Remaining 4 are pending. Okay. Next, 1, 4, 2, 3, 6, 8 we got. So 1 is greater than 4? Obviously no. So 1, 4, 2, 3, 6, 8 only will get. Next, 4 is greater than 2? 4 is greater than 2? Obviously yes. So I'll get 1, 2, 4. 2 will come to 4 place, 4 will come to 2's place. 2 will come to 4 place and 4 will come to 2's place. So 1, 2, 4, 3, 6, 8. Okay, next. After this, we'll go for the next index. 4 and 3. 4 is greater than 3? Yes. So I'll go for 1, 2, 3 will come now front, 4 will come here. 4, 6, 8. After that, we shall go for 4 and 6. 4 and 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 4 is greater than 6? No. So 4, 6, 8. So lastly, 6 and 8. 6 and 8. Obviously, 6 is not greater than 8. So we'll just write as it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. So in the out of 6, okay, in the third iteration itself, we got the output in this program. Only in this program. It's not that every time you'll get only the third time. No. Every time, third time you'll not get. Okay, every time, third time you'll not get. So here, just by third time only, we got all the elements sorted. We got all the elements sorted just by 4 times. Why swapping? See, we have to swap here. Without swapping, we can't change the indexes of the elements. We can't change the, we can't arrange without swapping. See, swapping is one of the technique to place the elements, like swap the positions of the elements. So swapping is one such useful thing. Okay. So using swapping, you can change the positions of a array elements. Okay. So I hope you guys have understood. See, still 3 times it will iterate. After this also, still 3 times it will iterate. I'm not iterating now because you already got the output. Okay. You already got the output. So that is why I'm not iterating again. So if you iterate 3 more times also, you will still end up with the same answer. You will still end up with the same answer. That is why. Okay. So this is not the case in all the programs. Okay. You have to iterate at the till the last you have to iterate. Why not in one go? In one go using program we will do. But tracing, this is how we can do. In one go only using program we will do, but tracing, this is how we can do. In one go it is not possible. How can we do it in one go? Yes, Himanshu, how can you do it in one go? Any idea? Other than swapping, so interview or they ask no for iteration. See, they will not ask for the iteration. No, they will just ask you the logic for the code. That's it. They will not ask how it is that, how it is this. If you write the logic and if you explain them, that is enough. Okay, you can tell this is the code happening, this is the thing happening, and this is how all the elements got sorted. That's it. They will not expect anything extra from you. Same thing. Okay, so in one go you can't do because this is a tracing. See how many numbers are there? So many are there. They have just taken some 6 random elements, but there will be so much elements when you're taking input from user, right? So all those elements without any mistake you have to get in a proper ascending order, means you have to you have to go through this iteration part. See, while writing the code it looks simple, but tracing part only it will take some time. At one go we can do using the code, but for tracing it will take time. Okay, so I hope you have understood the logic. Now we shall go for the program now. Okay, so we'll go for bubble sort. If you want, you can take this also from user. Okay, some random elements. Okay, you can take from user. Guys, tell me, your counselor has joined and announced any requirements. Has your counselors joined and announced any requirement? No. Okay, guys, no problem. Okay, no problem. Okay, okay. Today not joined. Okay, no problem. Yeah, maybe they don't have requirements today. Okay, no problem. We'll go for the main method. So listen carefully. Listen carefully. See, at a time we have to sort in one go. Okay. So what we'll do is we will take one outer for loop to see how many times we have to sort. We will take an outer for loop to see how many times you have to sort. For int I is equal to 0, I. Okay, so we have not taken array only, array elements only. We will take array elements here. Int A array is equal to, we'll take 4, 8, 1, 6, 2, 3. Now, starting from int I is equal to 0, I less than a dot length and I plus plus. I plus plus. Okay. Now what we can do is, see, this is a outer for loop. Outer for loop is to just tell how many times you have to iterate. Outer for loop tells how many times you have to iterate. Who is actually iterating, like swapping? Who is actually swapping? Your inner for loop. Okay, so the inner for loop will be actually iterating. Yes, int j is equal to index 0 and j will be less than a dot length. Okay, so we can go for -1 and j plus plus. So why we have gone for -1? See guys, after one time after iterating, we have to eliminate one value. Last value we have to eliminate after iterating. Obviously, see, the logic is listen. See, till here you see. Now, okay, once again. Okay, so till here you see, when you go for 6 and 8, okay, when you go for 6 and 3 at least, When you go for 6 and 3, when you swap, obviously you'll get 6 and 8. Now, 6 is already less than 8. So, 8 is already sorted. 8 is already sorted. So, since the last element will already be sorted, last element of an array, okay, is already sorted. So, we shall go for taking minus 1 here. Okay, just reducing the time of execution by, okay, your counselor is here. Okay, guys, we will resume back after your requirement announcement. Yes, Pushpa, you can carry on.
Good evening, guys. So this is Pushpa from announcement team. Guys, is my voice is audible to everyone? Okay, guys. Today I'm here to announce the requirements and new batch update. Guys, I'm sharing my screen now. Guys, I hope screen is visible to everyone. Guys, this is development requirement. Please take a snap of this slide. Guys, I hope it's done. I'm moving with the other requirement, guys. Guys, this is testing requirement. Please take a snap of this slide. Guys, I hope it's done. I'm moving with the other requirements, guys. Guys, this is generic requirement. Please take a snap of this slide. Guys, for the first requirement, interview date is 29 from this month. And guys, for this requirement, there is a separate link for the both requirement. And I'm already shared this link in broadcast. I hope everyone received. Guys, for this generic requirement, you have to register yourself through this link. Guys, once the class is done, go through the requirements. If you are eligible for any of the requirements, please share your details to the HR in QTalk app. Your name, company code, and your contact number. These details has to be shared. They will be guiding you for registration. And guys, these are all requirements also posted in QTalk app. Go through the same and contact your HR for further clarification. Guys, for the generic requirement, you have to register yourself through this link. Guys, I hope it's done. I stop sharing my screen now, guys. Guys, I'm already shared a new batch updates in broadcast. I hope everyone received. Guys, those are looking for Java Selenium new batches will be starting from 28th from this month, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. For this, Java should be completed and it is only for testing students. And guys, those are looking for pre-programming new batches will be starting from 28th from this month with the two different time slot, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. For this, Java should be completed and both testing and development students can attend. Guys, if you have any queries, please let me know. Guys, please respond any doubts. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. So these are updates for today class. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay, guys, yes. Okay, so what we were seeing, always after one time iteration, the last element is already iterated. Last element, last element is already sorted. Last element is already sorted. So we'll go for minus 1, length minus 1. Okay. Next, inside your for loop, swapping will be happening. You can go for swapping. The swapping is, okay. So first you have to take the current value of j. Okay, current index. Starting from 0th index, you have to take the current value of j. And then you have to check with the next element of j. So how you can do? If array of j, if it is greater than array of j plus 1. If array of j, if array of j is greater than array of j plus 1, if this condition is true, if this condition is true, then we will take one temporary variable. Okay, int temporary variable is equal to array of j. First, we will store the value of array of j. See, guys, we have done without before going to typecasting. Okay, before going to typecasting, I think we have done swapping two variables using third variable. With using third variable, without using third variable, we have done a program. You guys remember? Everybody remembers the program to swap two variables with using third variable and without using third variable. Everyone remember? You guys remember the logic? Okay. So if you remember, this is the same thing. You take one temporary container, store the value of array of j. Then what you can do is take array of j, okay, and initialize with array of the next value, that is j plus 1. J plus 1. Next, after this, we shall go for array of j plus 1 and we'll be initializing with temp value. Temp value. So you have to go for a for each loop to print all these elements. Okay. Now what we shall do is, out of this for, we can go for each also to print all the array elements neatly. So for int I is equal to, or just go for each int n a, just print the values of n values with some space. Now let us execute. We have to get all the values in sorted format. Are you getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 8. So what are the logic? Okay, whatever the logic we have seen, okay, whatever the logic we have seen, that logic is your code. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, you got it. But now let us start tracing your code. Okay, so how to trace a code? Starting from index 0 is 4. So always remember, outer for loop is for number of times for execution. How many times you want to execute, that is decided by outer for loop. Inner for loop does the actual work. Inner for loop does the actual work. Now starting from int I is equal to 0, I less than, what is a dot length? The total elements are 6, so less than 6 is 5. Okay, till less than 6 you can go for. After that we'll go for int. So j is equal to 0, j less than a dot length minus 1. Length minus 1 because when you are sorting, last element is already sorted. When you swap last two elements, last element is already sorted. So you'll go for minus 1. Okay, we'll go for length minus 1. So a dot length minus 1 means how much? Length is how much? 6. 6 minus 1 means 5. So till less than 5 you have to swap. Next. After that, now let us go for checking the condition here. If here we'll directly go for array of j. Array of j is how much? J value is how much? 0. If array of 0 is greater than array of 0 plus 1. Okay, you guys tell me, if array of 0, j stands for what? Just a variable name. Like I is one variable name, j is also one variable name. You can take a, b, c also. Whatever variable name you want, you can take. So listen everyone. Here, tell me the condition here. Just take the values here. Okay, index values. 4 is 0, 8 is 1. Like this till index number 5 we have elements here. Now, can you tell me if array of 0 is greater than array of 0 plus 1 or not? Is array of 0 greater than array of 0 plus 1? That is, yes, that is 4 is greater than 8? No, 4 is not greater than 8, 4 is less than 8. So this condition of the if is wrong. Condition of the if block is wrong. So since the condition is wrong here, okay, obviously if block will not execute, control comes out, and again j will be incremented. After incrementing, j will become 1. So now array of j value is how much now? 1. So array of 1 is greater than array of 1 plus 1. Now 1 plus 1 is how much? 2. Is array of 1 index 1 is greater than array of index 2? Compare the values. Array of index 1 value is greater than index 2 value. Tell me true or false. Listen carefully. Tell me. Array of index 1 is greater than array of index 2. 8 is greater than 1. True or false? It is true. 8 is greater than 1. Where is your brain, guys? 8 chocolates and 1 chocolates are same. No, right? 8 is greater than 1. Yes, condition is true. Now what we will do is, in the temporary variable, we will store the current value of a. In the temporary variable, what is the current value of a? That is array of 1. So it is 8. Okay. So temporary variable we will store. Okay. In the we will store the value 8 in a temporary variable. Next, we will swap the values. We'll swap the values. So array of 1 should get the value of array of j plus 1. Array of j plus 1 value is how much? It is 1. So to the array of index 1, we are taking the array of j plus 1 value, that is 1. Next, to the next one, so array of 2. The array of 2, we are taking the temp value. We're taking a temp value, so temp is 8. So it will become 8. So earlier array of 1 is 8 and array of 2 is 1. But now array of 1 is 1 and array of 2 is 8. Can you see it has interchanged? Can you see it is swapped? Guys, can you guess it here? Can you see here? It has swapped. It has swapped. So the current array will be 4, 4, 1, 8, 6, 2 and 3. See here. Okay, you want me to repeat again? Okay. So, okay, I will start from the first. Don't get confused, okay? If any issues is there, you can let me know. Okay. Listen carefully from the starting we are doing. From the starting we are doing, listen carefully. Now, so starting from here, index 0. So 0 is less than 6, condition is true. Coming inside the inner for loop, j is 0 and 0 is less than 5. Now, array of 0 is greater than array of 0 plus 1. 4 is, okay, I have swapped this now. I'll just write it normally. Okay. So array of 0 is greater than array of 0 plus 1. Array of 0 is how much? Array of 0 is how much? 4. 4 greater than 8. 4 greater than 8. That is index number 1. 4 greater than 8? Obviously no. It is not. So condition is wrong. Control will not go to if block. Increase the value of j again. Become 1. 1 is less than 5. 1 is less than 5. Condition is true. The condition is true. Okay. So after that, now array of a has been increased to 1. So array of 1 is greater than array of 1 plus 1. That is array of 1 value is how much? It is 8. So array of 1 value is 8. And array of 2 value is how much? 1. So 8 is greater than 1. 8 is greater than 1. Condition is true. So now, since the condition is true, we will go for swapping. So temporary variable is equal to array of j. Array of j value is how much? That is array of 1 is how much? 8. So temporary variable we are storing the 8 value, because in array of 1 array of j will be storing array of 2 value. In array of 1, we'll be storing array of 2 value. No, first we have to store it somewhere. First we have to store it before swapping. First we have to store it somewhere. So we will swap this temporary temp is equal to 8. Okay, temp is equal to 8. Fine. Now array of 1 will be equal to array of 1 will be equal to array of 1 plus 1. So array of 1 value, now it will become 1. Array of 1 value will become 1. Next, array of 1 plus 1. Array of 1 plus 1, that is 2. It will become the value of temp. So temp value is 8. So temp is equal to 8 because we will be reinitializing this index 1 with the index 2 value. We'll initialize index 1 with the index 2 value, and that is why after initializing the value will go off. The original value of array of 1 will go off. So first we have stored in temporary variable, then we have stored in array of 1 is equal to 1. We have initialized array of 1 to 1. Next, array of 2 value, we have taken the array of 1 value. That is, we have stored in temporary value. Now we are using. Okay. So array of 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Array of 2 is equal to 8. So this will be, now if you can see now, array of 2 value is 8. Okay. Array of 2 value is 8. So initially what was there? 0 is 4. Index 1 is 8. Index 2 is 1. Now it has changed. So array of 1, it will become 1 now. Array of 1 will become 1. Next, array of index 2, it will become 8. Array of index 2, it will become 8. So like this, you will swap until the condition is reached. Okay, for every outer value, you know nested for loop, right? For every outer value, okay, for every value of outer loop, inner loop will execute completely. In the same way only this execution will be going on. Okay, yes guys, did you understand now? You guys understood now why we will be using temporary variable, why swapping is done? Preeti, what about you? Last part for loop confused. You do tracing, no, you will get it. Don't worry. You I think you have more brain actually. Okay. Last part is not confusing. See what we are doing here is we are we are swapping two values with using third variable. See, if you know the program, okay, if you know the program, swap two variables with using third variable. Preeti, you know the code, right? Swap the two variables or swap the values of two variables with using third variable. You remember? In part 1 program we have done. Swap two variables with the help of third variable. So third variable, we have taken an empty third variable. We have stored the value of first variable. Okay, let me show you. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. Swap two variables. So first you have a container. Two containers you have. In container number one, you have 5 chocolates. Container number 2, you have 6 chocolates. Now you have to swap. 5 chocolates you have to pour into this container. 6 chocolates you have to pour into this container. Okay, you can't just take 6 and keep here or just tally. No, these 5 chocolates should be there. These are we'll go for eclairs. Okay, we'll go for eclairs. We will go for Cadbury eclairs, both are same. Okay, just for naming. So these 5 eclairs chocolate should be in this container, and these few Cadbury chocolates, these 6 Cadbury chocolates should be there in this container. So how we can do it? Very, very, very simple. Very simple. You take third container. take third container. Now store the value of first container inside third container. So as of now, one second guys. As of now, in this one index 1 there will be no value 5 because value 5 we are stored in container number 3. After this, we will store the value of 2, value of index 2 inside your index 1. 6 will be stored from index 2 to index 1. So 6 will be stored here. 6 will be stored here. After 6 is stored from container number 2 to container number 1. Now currently in the index number, container number 2, you don't have anything. You don't have anything now. Now what we have to do? We will store this value 5 inside your container number 2. So 5 is stored here, and now here nothing you have in a container. So earlier in the first container you have 5 chocolates. In second container you had 6 chocolates. But now in container number 1 you have 6 chocolates, and in container number 5 you have, container number 2 you have 5 chocolates. Okay. So this is how you will swap two variables by using temporary variable, by using third variable, or by using temporary variable. This is how we can do swapping. I hope you got it now. Yes, Preeti, got it now? Pooja, what is this? 1 equal to 3, 1 equal to 2, 3 equal to 3. Yes. Okay, guys. You guys trace this, okay? Trace, it's not big deal, okay? Trace it, neatly execute and come. Okay, first, see, I know you guys will not write notes. Whatever notes is being given, it is in QTalk only. I know even most of you have not yet downloaded. At least write the programs. It's for your good. You have to write the programs. You have to practice, or else you will not be able to clear one small interview also. Okay, you need to be very what you call you have to be very studious with the programs. Okay, you should never leave. If you're not getting a program, you should never leave. Keep trying until you get. Okay, so I am here to help you with the programs. Okay, so if you don't write the notes, no problem, but at least write the programs. You have notes, right? You have kept a separate notes, so try to write the programs first. Okay, write the programs. Take a pencil or erasable pen, whatever. You try to trace the code. In case if you go wrong, you can erase it. If you take a pencil, you can erase it, and again you can write it. Like this, if you do 100 for 100 200%, you can understand any program. Any program easily you can understand. Okay, so I hope excuse me. So I hope today how many we have done. So this is yesterday only we have done. Let us remove this. So 1 2 3 4 programs we have done. Okay, are you guys clear with the programs? Print even and odd using dynamic read, multiply even numbers of an array, smallest number in array. To find smallest number in an array, and for the bubble sorting. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood all these 4 programs. Everybody got it? Everybody understood all 4 programs? Has everybody understood? Okay, guys, that's a good thing actually. Yeah, that means you guys were concentrating on the class. Very good. So this concentration is needed actually. If this concentration goes within few days, we can complete our portions. No, bubble shot techniques is not there in notes. In notes only array is there. Arrays is there. The techniques are not there. Techniques you can only find in here. There is no programs, array programs in your notes. The programs of arrays is what I will be doing here. Okay. So make sure you write the programs at least. At least write the programs, trace it and execute. Step 1, if you want to copy the program, copy. No problem. Step 1, copy the program. Step 2, write the program neatly and trace it. Okay, you'll copy, no, after that write neatly and trace it. Main thing is tracing. Step 1 copying, step 2 tracing. After that, tracing part, anywhere if you go wrong, you will get it. Take one blank sheet. Don't be confused, okay? Take a blank sheet, neatly trace it. Okay. So, ma'am, so do you provide explanation part for bubble sort? There is no explanation part, like theory explanation part. This is the logic for it. So you can directly understand the logic and trace it. See, if you see already you have program. You already have program. If you have program, there is no need of explanation. You only can execute the code. Before doing the program, I wanted to explain you guys, so you'll not understand. So directly if I tell bubble sorting, you'll not understand. So that's why we have gone for explanation. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood. I think you guys have understood. Okay, arrays have to be manually entered. No, you don't have to enter arrays manually. You can take input from user also. That is dynamic read. We have done today no first program to take input from user using dynamic read. You can take with help of user also. Yes, Sushant?
Hello, ma'am. Good evening. Ma'am, my question is like in the dynamic read, we are taking the inputs from the user. That's fine. But when we are entering the elements for an array, so we are still inputting it manually, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, for example, I have to put hundreds of elements in that array. So that can be done with a for loop or not? That is my question.
If you are able to do for 5 elements, then it is possible to do for 100 or 1000 also. It is possible.
Okay.
The thing is, your stack memory should support. For 100,
Okay.
200, it will support, okay? For 1000, I have to see because there is so much memory. I mean, currently we have less memory in our laptops. When it is practically taken in a real-time example, there will be enough memory database. But here, I think 1000 elements is not possible. Minimum 100, 200 you can take. No worries. Whatever the limit you give, that many elements you can take.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that elements I have to manually fill like in a sequential order. If I want to add like 1, 2, 3, 4, I can use the follow. But in an unsequential manner, I have to add it. Then I have to add it in manual manner, right?
You want to give the input from user, right? Not adding,
Just
assigning the
take an
value.
example. There is an array A which
Hmm.
have 50 elements, right?
Okay.
So we have assigned the 50 I mean length of the array, and we don't have to input it through the user. So right now, my question is that array has 50 elements. So I have to assign that 50 elements from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 50. So I have to manually enter A1 is equals to 50, A2 is equals to 49 or something like that, or I can use a for loop in that. That is my question.
Ah, same answer only I've been telling from that time. You can
Yeah,
do
I was
it.
not thinking that.
Okay. So let us take 50 elements. Let us run the code. Tell 50 elements, size 50. Okay. How much elements we want, we can take.
So this is the thing which I'm asking, ma'am. Like you
Yes.
are entering
You
50
can.
by manual. Yeah.
Yes. Manually only you
That,
have to take. I
yes,
mean,
that is what I'm
user.
asking.
Yes. See, user should give input, right? Before it's an AI, artificial intelligence. No, right? Humans has to give the input. So as a programmer, we are becoming users and we are taking input from users. We are only
Okay.
becoming users. We will only become testers. We will only become developers before, I mean, creating a code, proper code. So here, dynamic read is means like you will be reading input from user. This input you will be reading from user. If you take
Right.
any applications, we are the user for that application. If you take Paytm, we are the users. If you take Instagram, we are the users. So users input should be there. Then only we will take it as a dynamic read. We consider it as a dynamic read. We have to give the input. Then only we can get the output. Without giving input, Directly, if you want to give manually also you can give the elements there.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
that's it. Yeah. Any other
Thank you.
doubts?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys, that's it for today. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's class. Notes will be, notes is already shared. Programs will be shared. Make sure you go through everything, trace properly, and come. Trace. Only 4 programs are there. If you don't understand this next programs, you'll not understand for sure. So trace the code and come. Okay. Yes, guys, I hope you will trace. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's class. Have a great evening. Take care, guys. Bye bye.